What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is Monday, April 8th of 2024, and if you're in North America, that means it's solar eclipse time. That's right. And here in Buffalo, New York, we're actually in the path of totality, so it is total solar eclipse time. And because of that, there's a lot of breweries here in the West New York area and a lot of breweries in general, I think, across North America that are brewing eclipse-inspired beers. So I thought today it'd be fun to review a couple of different offerings. So I'm going to post one pre-eclipse, which is this beer, and then I'm going to post another review post-eclipse. So we're going to have two different eclipse-inspired beers that I'm posting on this day. Here's the kicker. They are both black IPAs, and the reason why I chose two different black IPAs is because I don't review enough black IPAs. You don't see a lot of black IPAs being released that much, so when I had the opportunity to grab a couple different black IPAs, I was like, we're going to do it. We're going to post them both in the same day, and we're going to have a great time. So hopefully, if you're in the path of totality or in North America and you can see the solar eclipse, whether it's going to be, you know, the total solar eclipse, just a partial, hopefully you do so very safely. Make sure you're wearing your viewing glasses and you enjoy doing so. Here in Buffalo, I think the total solar eclipse is going to last for, like they said, like 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So I think the eclipse as a whole is going to be like 3-4 hours long, but just the total part is going to be pretty gnarly. So they do have a spiel here on the back that I will try to read at the end of the review. And if I forget, I'm old. It's the Beer Patrol. You're used to it. Anyway, the first beer that I'm reviewing today, once again, comes from the Big Ditch Brewing Company, and they're out of Buffalo, New York, and this is their Western New York Eclipse. So this is a black IPA that comes in at 6.5% alcohol by volume, 15 IBUs at the time of review. This can is exactly 4 days old. This might be one of, if not the freshest beer that I've ever reviewed on the channel, 4 days old. So the kind of history of this one is this is in collaboration with the Buffalo Museum of Science, and they released this one for the first batch back on March 1st. And I don't think they planned on doing a second batch. They released it on March 1st. It came in 6-packs, and you got a pair of viewing glasses for the Eclipse if you bought the 6-pack. People went nuts. It sold out very quickly. Most places it showed up and was gone in an hour or two. So they decided they were going to brew a second batch right before the Eclipse. So they put this one out on April 1st, once again, batch number 2, and that's where I got this can. So I don't know if there's going to be folks that have had both batches and they're like, oh, batch variation's a bit different. Could be. Who knows? All I know is I have not tried this, so this is the first one I'm having, and it is a batch number 2. And the hops in this one, they are using Amarillo, Simcoe, and Centennial, so some older school hops. And you know, I like the label. Very simplistic, but I think it kind of fits the narrative here. So anyway, let's crack it open and get into hashtag proper glassware and see what this one's all about. Like I said, 4 days old black IPA. Like, sign me up. Now later on, I also, like I said, have another black IPA, but it's not from a Western Europe brewery, so hopefully it's they're both tasty, because full disclosure, black IPAs, not one of my favorite styles. And that's not the reason why I haven't reviewed a lot of black IPAs, because I've reviewed different styles of beers that I don't really, you know, stylistically enjoy. Yeah, so anyway, how's it look in the hashtag proper glassware? I bet you this looks actually pretty nice, because I'm telling you right now, it looks real nice from the angle I'm looking at it. So let's do a little bit of a swirl here and give you the better look of it. So yeah, that has more of a dark brown color. It's going to look pitch black on camera. It had about a finger of a straight up brown colored head, kind of like almost like a, more like a toffee colored head, but it's dissipating. Hold it up to the light. Yeah, this has like a root beer kind of look to it, because I can see some light here at the bottom that's more like straight on brown, lighter brown. It looks nice though, like for a black IPA, sure. Now the thing with black IPAs is, you know, a lot of people want it to taste still like an IPA in its soul, with, like, you know, the darker beer kind of qualities like roasted malt and chocolate and stuff like that. I agree. I don't want just like a hoppy porter or stout. Like, that's not, like, black IPAs are kind of their own thing, or supposed to be. They're clearly not as popular, or breweries don't make them as much. But I know a lot of people out there, a lot of beer tubing friends that have been clamoring for, you know, bring back the black IPA style. And you know what? I can't say that I sit there and agree with you, because I, again, don't love the style, but bring back all the, like, we need more variety of styles that breweries release. It just can't be hazy after hazy, heavily fruited sours, pastry stouts, barrel aged, porters and stouts. It needs to be other stuff. Anyway, let's get nose. That smells really nice. I think the reason why I haven't enjoyed black IPAs over the years is because it is a strange thing to smell a beer, get like some roasted malt character or toasty and roasty. I get a little bit of that chocolate, a little bit of those darker flavors like caramel and whatnot, but then also have like a big blast of like citrus. Like I'm getting like pithy orange juice and grapefruit. There's like pine resin, an earthy kind of floral character. It smells like it's going to have a bitterness to it, like a firm bitterness, which nowadays, here's the thing. Over the last couple of years, I've started to gravitate more towards like West Coast style when it comes to hop forward beers, beers with firm bitterness or some kind of dryness. I don't just love super juicy, like hazy beers anymore. So maybe I'm actually coming around on black IPAs. I don't know. But yeah, this isn't like overly complex in the nose. There is again, chocolate, caramel, a little bit of roasty, toasty malt character, maybe a touch of coffee, and then a lot of like citrus forward hop character, pine resin, somewhat floral, touch earthy. Smells pretty solid though. Let's get into it. Cheers everybody. Happy viewing today. That's nice. That's nice. That's real nice. It definitely reminds me of black IPAs from yesteryear, when they first started popping off back in like the early to mid 2010s, where you had, places doing a lot of black IPAs. My favorite black IPA is kind of a cheat. It's Firestone Walker's a Wookiee Jack, but that is an Imperial rye black IPA. So it's imperialized, it has rye in it, kind of a cheat. I reviewed that on the channel, my favorite black IPA. But this is really well done for a no frills 6.5% black IPA, like it is. Body's nice, touch over medium, maybe approaching like lower side of full, like definitely higher side of medium body. 6.5%, a little bit heftier than you would anticipate. The mouthfeel is really cool too, because while it's crisp and has like a nice moderate carbonation, it's smooth with a touch of creaminess as well. I think maybe traditional black IPA lovers might not dig this one as much. I don't find it to be firmly bitter. It's mild to moderately bitter, like smack dab in the middle. I want a firm moderate bitterness. I think that's what a lot of folks would probably enjoy with this one, more so than how this beer, like again, if you're somebody who likes black IPAs from 8 to 10 years ago, I always remember them being very bitter. This isn't very bitter, but this is more approachable to people who maybe don't enjoy black IPAs, like myself. I don't know. I think I do want that bitterness to be a little bit more substantial though. So nose carries over. There's roasted malt at the forefront, like a toasty kind of like dark bread, dark brown bread. A little bit of that chocolate, more of bittering chocolate, 60-70% cacao bar. There's coffee, touch of caramel. But right after that, I get hit with like a pithy, rindy, slightly sweet like orange. Touch of like a white grapefruit, maybe a little bit of a tangerine. Very citrus, again, forward at the front. As it passes through halfway through the palate, the pine resin kind of hits in and carries on to the back. Touch of floral, earthy kind of hop character as well. Finishes again, mild to moderately bitter, some at a full-on dry. It's pretty well balanced. I think I would like the dryness to be a little bit less and then the bitterness to be a little bit more, to be kind of in the realm of what I want nowadays. And again, what I think black IPA drinkers would appreciate a little bit more. 6.5%, you can't tell on the palate. A little bit warming in the chest, which is kind of different because 6.5% beers, I really don't taste the alcohol, which I'm not here, but occasionally I'll feel it, and I am in the chest area. This is nice. This is nice for black IPA. I would say this is very approachable to most like IPA drinkers that also happen to enjoy darker beers. What I like about this is that I think it definitely, outside of that bitterness, which I need a little bit more of, I think personally, I think that this is in the realm of what you kind of expect from Black IPA. It's, again, not a porter or stout with, like, you know, hop character, and it's not just like a straight IPA with a little, it has the marriage of both worlds. It's a hybrid, which is what the Black IPA style is supposed to be, or a Cascadian Dark Ale is also what it is referred to. I think this is really well done. I could see a lot of people really digging this. I could see, again, some people not, because of the lack of, in my opinion, it might be different for you, lack of, like, you know, firm bitterness. Maybe the first batch was better. You know, and us craft beer drinkers like to talk about different batches and different vintages and how this was better, and I remember this being worse, and so on and so forth. I don't know. I didn't have the first batch of this. I'd imagine they're very similar. But if you have had this one, and you did have both batches, post in the comment section. I'd love to hear your opinion. Maybe the first batch was superior. Maybe the first batch wasn't. Who knows? I think this is pretty fucking good, though. And I'm going to give it an appropriate rating. Again, it's a Black IPA. I can't go nuts about it, but I'm going to give West New York Eclipse a Black IPA from Big Ditch. I am going to give this a, we'll go, keep in mind, for a Black IPA, I'd probably go like high 4, maybe low 4.25. Personal preference, a little bit different. I'm going to give this a low 4. I'm going to go 3.95. That's where I'm going to land this one. And again, keep in mind, it's not one of my favorite styles. I don't, love Black IPA, so me giving it a 3.9 is, I think, a pretty damn good score for somebody who doesn't love it. And I would say if you like Black IPAs, you're in the Buffalo, New York area, and you can get your hands on it, because it's tough to get your hands on this, do so. Hopefully, because of the reception of this one, which is, a lot of people really happy this one came out, not just for the Eclipse part, because it's a Black IPA. Hopefully they throw it in the rotation. Maybe they brew it once or twice a year. I think that'd be cool. Let's read the back, and then we'll do price availability. Let me read the back. It says, West New York Eclipse. This beer was brewed for the total solar eclipse that will occur over the skies of West New York on April 8th of 2024. This event is so special and so rare that the next total solar eclipse won't happen over West New York until 2144. 120 years? That's crazy. Well, I kind of misread that, but it says that we wanted to brew a special beer to highlight and celebrate its significance. It says, we thought this Black IPA, which balances powerful orange, grapefruit, and pine hop flavors, yes, with complex roasted and toasty malt flavors, would be appropriate for this unforgettable occasion. To enjoy this beer, fully crack open a can moments before the celestial event. Place your solar viewing glasses over your eyes and enjoy the total eclipse experience. So I think they pretty much nailed the tasting notes, outside of saying, like, powerful, and they're talking about, like, super complex. Yeah, there's a nice complexity here, but it's not, like, over the top. Again, I give it 3.95. I think it's pretty damn good. Price by availability, I paid $2.75 for that can, and I want to say 6 packs of this were anywhere between, like, I think, like $13 to $15, depending on where you shop. I don't know what it was straight from the brewery, but it's not a bad price point for a 6.5% Black IPA, considering you really can't get your hands on them all that often. And availability, it's Big Ditch, wherever you see Big Ditch stuff. You probably saw this one, although I think that this may have been more in the West New York area because of the name of the beer, why they brewed it. It probably didn't hit, like, their distribution footprints outside of the state. I think they're now in Ohio and Pennsylvania. So you probably didn't see this outside of New York State, but if you somehow did, let me know. And also, like I said, if you've had this one before on either of the batches, post in the comment section, let me know what you think about it. I think it's really well done. Not my favorite style, but it is what it is. So check back later today. After the Eclipse, I will have another Black IPA from a brewery that I also thoroughly enjoy in, we'll say, the New England area. They're in Vermont. So anyway, till the next one, cheers, and hopefully everybody has a fantastic Eclipse viewing experience, and hopefully you can come back and watch that second review and nothing bad happen. Be safe. Cheers.